Okay. Okay. So this is my audience. Hold on. Couches. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta show you this one. Is it on the screen? Can you see?
It looks a little no. Ooh, there's a bad glare.
Well, I have a visual up.
There. Oh.
Yay!
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you.
Yay.
Okay. I don't know if you guys are familiar with what that is, but it's called Google Glass, and it's basically a pair of glasses where in the upper right-hand corner, just out of your line of sight, there's a little gray box, and in which you can do things like check your email and your text messages and stuff like that. It's even got a camera on the front, and you control it with a little button on the side by your temple. I read a story online about this man who was in rehab for he only had these for like 2 months, but he had gotten to where he used it like 18 hours a day, like really terrible.
Wow.
So yeah, he had like some normal withdrawal symptoms like restlessness and irritability and that kind of thing, but he also had specific ones for this. Like he did involuntary movements to his temple all the time just because of he was so used to like whatever using the mode thing. And he also claimed that he had dreams like in this little gray box, like in that view. He just saw it. I thought that was crazy. This, along with the fact that I have a couple of people that I know that have certain kind of technology addictions, is kind of why I felt like it would be something that would be easy for me to talk about. So technological addictions can cause the same kind of physical withdrawal symptoms as drugs or alcohol or that kind of thing. With these specifically, constantly checking text messages, social withdrawal, feelings of restlessness, loss in interest in activities that don't involve whatever kind of technology. Surveys in the US and Europe say that between 1.5 and 8.2% of the population has some sort of internet technological addiction. And then 6 to 10% of smartphone users have some kind of internet addiction. And with these, there are different subcategories like gaming, gambling, shopping, text messages, social media, that kind of thing. Children who suffer from internet addiction have an increased risk of depression, problems at home or in school, obesity, carpal tunnel syndrome. According to Dr. Young, more than 70% of internet addicts also suffer from at least one other addiction, primarily to drugs, alcohol, smoking, sex, that kind of thing. And then, like I said earlier, this shows that technology can bring about the same kind of chemical reactions in the brain as of normal other kinds of addictions. There's another story online with a guy named Scott Doctor, who is president and CEO of PBD Worldwide Fulfillment Services. I don't know what that is or what they do, but his business, he changed casual Fridays to email-free Fridays, and so basically he encouraged all of his employees to work out problems face-to-face and in person on the phone, whatever, instead of on their computer. And so he found in the first year an 80% drop-off of email use, unnecessary email use, and unnecessary CCing and stuff like that. And he said that the people just changed all around, like they just started talking to each other more, and it became a better environment for them to be in, so that was good. There are ways to prevent or help curb such addictions, doing certain tasks like leaving your phone at home a certain day a week, or setting a not-to-do list, like allowing yourself to not check your phone before a certain time, you know? And then having somebody you work with or that you live with help you enforce your new rules. Technology addictions are very common because we are the generation of technology, and especially with how rapidly it's all advancing and stuff. And there are ways to prevent and treat these addictions even in the workplace.